You guys ready for your headliner? This man just headlined Caroline's. He was at the Montreal Just for Laughs Festival. Put your hands together for Mr. Mike Recine, everybody! Mike Recine!
Hi, how are you, everybody? Ben Kissel, everybody. Thanks. Nice to be here. Where in Jersey are you guys from? Oh, nice. I'm from Hamilton. And, you know what's funny? One thing I remember about growing up in Jersey is how heartbreaking it would be when your cute teacher would get married, you know? Because she'd always have like some really cute sounding name that would just change to something horrible, you know? Like you come back from summer vacation, you're like, oh, hi there, Miss Lumio. How was your summer? And she's like, actually, Mike, I got married. I'm no longer Miss Lumio. Now I'm Mrs. Goo 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 Gots. And I'm like, oh, really? That's disgusting, actually. Nice to know part of me's dead because you've been soiled by a fat contractor. I grew up with a brother who is mentally challenged. He has autism, and this happened to him a couple weekends ago. He was in a Special Olympics event, and he got disqualified. Like, that's a thing that can happen to autistic people in the Special Olympics. Someone's job is to blow a whistle in his big face and go, get out of here. And I found out a little later that the reason that it happened was because he was in a walking race and he ran. And he got reprimanded for that. He didn't like hit my mom or squeeze a puppy too hard. You guys, he figured out how to win a race. And then he did it, and then Special Olympics just punished a retarded kid for doing something intelligent. Hey, Special Olympics, stopping winners from winning since 1962. One time when I was growing up, I had this uncle who was a little nuts, and one time he threw a brick at my cousin's head. My cousin said that he was running away, and then he felt the brick just whiz by his head. And we asked my uncle about this a couple years ago, and he just goes, yeah, but I knew it wasn't going to hit you. I'm going to be like, what? Your kid should have been taken away? No, I knew it wasn't going to hit you, is what he said. And I just want to be like, really? You're that good at throwing bricks at children? I just imagine him like out in his backyard with a dummy that's set up to look like my cousin, and he just throws a brick at it, and it takes the head off the dummy. And he's like, all right, I need a little work. Not quite ready to prove a point to my son. This is going on. I don't ever have money, and that's fine, but don't you guys feel like when you're poor, it's just easier for people to take advantage of you? You know? But then don't you feel like when you're rich, it's just so much easier to make more money? Like, I love that there's a show on TV where people who can already afford cabs get to play for cash. Cash cab. You know, it'd be nice cash taco truck. How about that? Right? Cash check cashing store. Yeah? Like, I think in my version of that show, Ben Bailey dresses up like a rat and he just hides in a dumpster. And then when somebody digs through it for food, he just pops out. He's like, are you ready to play? All right, question one. For 50 cents and a single ride, when's Jesus coming back? And they're like, all right, good job. Question two. For $2 and a banana, on what floor of Barnes & Noble is the bathroom located? That's why, like, I think you can tell cabs are for rich people from the ads in them, you know? And just how different those ads are from the ones on, like, the subway or the bus. Because I don't want to brag, but I was in a cab one time. And this commercial comes on for that place, Del Frisco's. You know, they're like, welcome to Del Frisco's. And everybody's, like, clean and beautiful. And, you know, they probably showered earlier that day or whatever rich people do, you know? Right? Then you get on the subway and it's like, pregnant, alone, scared? Don't kill yourself. There's hope. Hey, did you fuck up really bad? You need a lawyer? Come on, we'll do it for $100. Let's go. You having trouble getting your dick hard? Don't be ashamed. Give us a call. Want a great job parking cars? Of course you do. You're poor and you're stupid. You ride the subway. Here's a picture of a family, even though we don't pay you enough to feed your family. I saw an ad on the subway once for Aruba. It said, on an island this small, there's simply no room for your troubles. Yeah, I was like, why is my apartment so sad? You know? Like, ate dinner on my twin bed, but troubles still fit, Aruba. Like that. I had to talk to my landlord today. I don't know if you guys do this, but I do this thing where whenever he calls, I pretend everything is normal, even when it's not. Like I'll be like, hey Jose, I know it's the 5th. I ran out of checks. I have to pay you in cash. Can I meet you today to give you the 3 months of rent that I owe you? No, I promise. I'm gonna have $1,800 in cash today. As soon as this lady stops her crying and puts the money in the bag. Hey Jose, can we make it 3:30? Because someone just tried to be a hero. You want like a coffee or where's your car, bitch? Not you? Talking to somebody else? What color vitamin water do you like? Let me bring you vitamin water. I don't want that much money, you know? I just want enough so I can give homeless people all the change in my pocket. It happened to me a couple nights ago. I was giving this guy money and my hand felt way too heavy. I was like, there's quarters in there. I'm gonna need this. Let me just drop this in the bottom of my pocket. Quarter. What's that, 2 nickels and a Chuck E. Cheese token? Yeah, that'll feel like more than it is. Have a good night, sir. You guys ever see a parking spot so great, it makes you wish you had a car? Start thinking of this alternate life you could have had. You're like, yeah, I'd park it right there. And, wouldn't make the girl at the coffee shop so uncomfortable. Give homeless people all my change, you know? Things like that. I just got fired from a restaurant not too long ago. And any servers or bartenders here tonight? Service industry people? You? There's usually more than one person. And sorry about these pampered pieces of shit over here. None of you have lived. So this joke will be only for you. I just got fired from Le Pan Quotidien on the Upper East Side, and it's that chain, that really cunty restaurant chain. And now that I'm gone, you tell me if you like this. I want to make a reality show based on the job, and what I want to do is I want to take really wealthy people who have never had to wait tables before, and then I want to beat them to death in front of their kids. So I'm excited about the show. It's called The Rusty Hammer. In your stupid old lady face. I saw an ad a couple days ago for LGBT, lesbian, gay, bi, transgendered, and I want to know how bi finagled its way into that, because I don't think that's as hard. You're bi, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, if you liked frozen yogurt, and some people hated people who liked frozen yogurt, but you also liked ice cream, then you could just eat the ice cream for a little while until you move to a city where there's frozen yogurt everywhere. Right? Where there's so much frozen yogurt, where there's an annoying level of frozen yogurt. And it's in your face all the time. Gay people have to come out to their families. What do you don't do that if you're bi, right? Or do you? You're like, sorry everybody, I've been living half of a lie. And sometimes they put a Q at the end of it for question, lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, questioning. You just invite everybody to your party? Like, don't show up to my Chaz Palminteri fan club not sure he's a great actor, is what I'm saying. I'm a smoker. I'm gonna quit that. Because I want to know why cigarettes don't have a magazine, you know? Like every other vice seems to have one. There's like beer and wine magazines, there's cigar aficionado, but you never meet like a cigarette aficionado. some guy who's like, yeah, this one right here, it's one of my favorite cigarettes. It is a Newport, and it has little glass pieces in it that cut your lungs up and let more nicotine flow through your body. And I find this goes really well with malt liquor and getting fired from the post office. Like, oh yeah, this one right here, unfiltered Camel. Yeah, lost a lot of friends to this cigarette. And if you need something to pair it with, I might recommend your daughter not returning your phone calls. Do one more and get out of here. I was reading the media's full of shit, right? Can we agree on that? Just the way they tell a story, it's so phony, you know? I was reading a story about this guy who, now this is a really bad thing that happened. He molested over 100 kids, and what bothered me about the article was the headline. The headline was "Worst Pedophile," and I was like, no, that's the best pedophile. Because let's just give credit where credit is due, you know? Guy's good at being a pedophile. Worst pedophile sounds like somebody who's bad at it, you know? Like, I hear the phrase worst pedophile, and that sounds like a guy who, like, can never get his van to start. You know? Just buys the worst candy. Shows up at the playground with like black licorice and circus peanuts, and he's like, hey! What, I thought everybody liked Necco wafers. What's going on here? You know? Or maybe not even candy. Maybe he's got like raisins and trail mix and WNBA cards. So kids, hey kids, you like the Indiana Fever? Huh? Come on, who's your favorite Seattle Storm player? And they're like, you're embarrassing yourself. Stop trying to have sex with us. I'm out of here. Thank you. Mike Recine.